What's up, guys? I'm back. I'm back here in a video today. Okay, folks. So I'm back here in a video today, obviously. So right now, I'm gonna be doing another album review for some metal music and stuff like just one new, folks. So folks. So the band I got here. I found a little lesser known band, we'll say. This band I'm gonna be reviewing is a band called Gutted. And the album I got here is called Bleed for Us to Live and stuff and one new, folks. Deal story. So folks, this is like the band I got here is a band called Gutted, and this is a death metal band. It's looking like a death metal band from the '90s and stuff. It's like they're part of like the '90s death metal, but lesser known band, obviously. Like one new, folks, and so how I found about this band, I found this band on a website, and it was like something called like 10 obscure death metal albums you need in your life, or whatever it's called. Like I forget what the website I found this band was called. I think the title of the website. I think the title of the post was something like that on a website. I found like one new, folks, but I found this band on a website and it had this album featured, so I decided to why not take a listen to it and one new, folks. So what I'm reading here about this album, it has 10 songs on here and one new, folks, and in terms of the release date, from what I'm reading here, it was released in 1994, and from what I'm looking at here, it's looking like this is a American band, from Missouri or something. That's what I'm looking at on here on Bandcamp.com. Like one new, folks. Deal story. So, folks, right now is you guys are gonna hear me talk about So now it's time for my thoughts on the album and what I thought of it and stuff. So first you guys are gonna hear me talk about the music style and what I noticed. So like you guys heard me read, this band Gutted. This is a death metal band, so it's obviously like death metal and all of that stuff. And so, what I noticed is that like on the album, like the majority, basically all of the tracks will say is that like they had a lot of like the death metal style playing, like the fast playing and also a lot of also plenty of groove parts, we'll say, and just like the fast playing of the drums and just all of that stuff, and also the guitar playing and just I noticed a lot of fast elements, which would be good for like mosh pits, obviously, and just this would be really perfect for like just a live setting, just like one new, folks. And in terms of the guy and the vocals, what I noticed is that I'm gonna compare the guy and the vocals to two death metal vocalists. Like this might sound like he might not sound like two of these guys, but what I noticed about the guy on the vocals on this album is to me he reminds me of two guys, George Fisher and Dave Vincent. Like, I noticed he's well, he doesn't sound like those guys, but he just reminds me of Dave Vincent from Morbid Angel and George Fisher, mainly with Cannibal Corpse. And I do know that George Fisher had another band when he was like a lot longer, a lot younger, called Monstrosity, and they're from Florida, from what I know. And obviously, Cannibal Corpse, you guys obviously know, they're from New York, and you guys obviously know all that stuff. Like, what new folks? And like, I'm not saying the singer from this band gutted. I folks, I want to make perfectly clear, he does not sound like any of those guys. Like, he just reminds me of George Fisher and Dave Vincent. Like, he just reminds me of them. And what new folks? And overall, some of my favorite tracks on the album, I'd say, have to be like, some of these song titles are like, got some like crazy song titles. Like, I'm gonna like, some of these song titles are called chock full of guts, kicking the corpse, and just like death metal style song titles. Obviously, it's just like one folks. But overall, I'd say some of my favorite tracks would have to be Death Before Dismember. We got and Skeletonized. Like, I would say those are some of my favorite tracks, but I really enjoyed this album from start to finish. Like, I really enjoyed the angry, aggressive death metal type playing. Just, I enjoyed a lot about this album. And what, folks? So those are my thoughts. Like, guys heard me go over. And what, folks? Like, there's not much left for me to say. Like, a death metal band called Gutted, and the album is called Bleed for Us to Live. Like, you guys heard me go over, and like, it's definitely a great album. But anyways, right now is basically when I'm going to be ending today's video off and stuff. Like, I don't want to go any further with today's video. Like, I simply don't. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. And peace out, everybody.